please insert drink and hit play. Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of BlueRayDismay. You have John Daniels here, and I have my counterpart with me,
Bruno Diaz, a.k.a. Johnny C., a.k.a. Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker. And today we are doing a fifth of Bad Boys 2 in honor of Bad Boys 3, which just came out this weekend.
Or Bad Boys 1.
Right. So for those of you guys that don't know, a fifth of is basically all spoilers are going forward on this movie. We're going to bounce back and forth on why this movie sucked or didn't suck, and we'll let you know what we think about it.
And spoil the first one, too.
And spoil the first one, of course, yes. And our third counterpart, the infamous Right Honorable JVR. He is actually absent today. He's not here today. He had to fly out to Kentucky to look at a giant hole in the ground. He claims that he has to dunk himself in this subterranean pool. He comes out insane for 2 days, but when he recovers, he can cheat death for another few decades. That's how old he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Sounds about right.
Yes. All right. So we got Bad Boys 2 on and in the background watching kind of like just the beginning on Netflix.
Yeah, Henry Rollins is there for the opening scene.
Is this the guy that says rock and roll as soon as someone like gets shot?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's like his cue.
He's from Black Flag in the 80s. And,
rock and roll, guys.
Rollins band. But yeah, is he just the head of this, like, I don't know.
Like the SWAT team.
Yeah,
but then he disappears for the rest of the movie.
And then he's
How
not in
convenient.
the rest of the movie. Well, I forgot. I was like, oh. When I was watching this, I was like, oh, he's in this? And then he was, and then he's not.
Yeah.
He just disappears after this. And does he die in this part?
I don't
think
know.
he does.
Probably. Who the hell knows?
I don't think.
And then we got like these dudes coming out of water. Like they can hold their breath for like, I don't know, 2 hours.
Yeah, SEAL Team 6.
They don't even have like little gas, like breathing tanks or whatever. I don't know. Really weird. Directed by Michael Bay. Just super cheesy. Like really cheesy.
So this is after Armageddon, after Pearl Harbor. And I guess he just gets to do whatever he wants, and then he just makes Bad Boys 2. I like the first one. I thought it was
the first
good.
One's good. No, the first one's good.
Yeah.
With what's
Even
her name?
still,
What's the girl's name?
Tia Leone. Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually good. That was like a good flick.
Even after all these years watching it recently,
And that was in '95, I think.
Yeah, and for a Michael Bay movie, I think it's the first one. But yeah, even after for that movie, like being how cheesy '90s it is, it was still.
Dude,
still fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, but somehow Bad Boys 2 became even cheesier.
This
and
movie
more
is just...
90s like than the actual 90s film. Believe it or not.
What is this, 2000?
This is 2000. Bad Boys 2 was released in 2003. Director Michael Bay. We had the same two characters, Will Smith as Mike LAW-RIE.
Oh, Bad Boys 2003.
Yeah, and then Martin Lawrence as Marcus. Is it Burnett? I think Marcus Burnett's his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have... I don't know. I mean, who talks like this? We have Mike LAW-RIE, right?
Mike LAW-RIE talks like that.
Mike LAW-RIE, I mean, you can hear some of his infamous quotes. Bring the noise. You on the... No, what was it? His other one was, yo, it's Larry, you hot, when he answers the phone on his cell phone. I don't know who says this, right? And then, that's my dog. And also, what else does he say? He also says, woohoo, like in every... like other scene when he's driving his Porsche.
It's in a lot of his songs too.
Woo! Yeah, check any of his.
I think that's like a Will Smith thing.
Woohoo! Ah. Yeah. So that's basically what he does, ladies and gentlemen. In every other action scene, you'll hear him go woohoo! Ah. So it's super cheesy, and it gets old after probably the first.
The first scene, I'm already
times.
tired of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so the first scene, they're here, and they're basically at this KKK reunion.
Yeah,
and
really weird.
It's just
they're doing a drug bust.
Yeah, but it mostly
takes place at a KKK rally for some reason.
And most of it is just him bickering back and forth with Marcus.
Yeah, and then Marcus gets taken out relatively early and quick by this.
Yeah, he gets held hostage by one of the KKK
Yeah,
dudes.
he grabs him like so easily. I was like, what? I was like, come on, Marcus.
Yes, and then...
Well, so one of my major gripes about this movie, and one reason why I don't think it's
is that it
good,
sucks.
why it's good or as good as the first one, is Martin Lawrence's character takes like a 180, and becomes like the butt end of all the jokes, where he was kind of that in the first one, but he at least his character.
No, I think
like,
in the credits they put his name as the first actor, like the starring actor
in the first one.
In the first one, yeah. And
Yeah,
then this
well,
one,
he was more of a big, I say bigger at that time in the mid '90s because he's already established comic.
yeah,
His show I think has been on longer and all that stuff.
yeah, Martin, yeah.
His show was like winding down, and Fresh Prince was in the middle, or I don't know.
I think Fresh Prince was well.
It
over
was
by
kind
that
of
time.
winding down too, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is like it just Marcus's character he just goes from doing a lot of the major things in the first movie, and I think Will Smith character is kind of like more of like the not sidekick, but like
What in the first one?
yeah.
Oh
like,
no, yeah. Will Smith I think is like they're
Martin
definitely
Lawrence
like,
gets a lot of the better like cooler lines and better like almost like better set pieces.
right.
And then in this movie, it's completely turned around. Will Smith's like, "Oh, I'm a huge star now," and blah blah blah,
right.
and all this stuff. And then I feel like it just kind of takes over.
And he also has additional lines in Bad Boys 2, such as "about to do a rip," which I guess means there's going to be an assassination attempt on somebody.
I think that's like during one of the busts at one of the drug busts
so
or
he's
something.
like, about to do a rip. And then also another infamous line during one of the car chase scenes, aside from "woohoo," is "these dudes is off the chain," which I don't know
Shoots
what
him in
the
the ass.
fuck that means. I guess that means they're very like they're bad guys, like in a very extreme manner. I don't know. But and then at the very same time in the movie, the scene, like these dudes are cutting a chain off a car, so the car like falls off.
Yeah,
In the road.
he kind of says the opposite of what's going on.
Like, wait a second.
On the chain.
Yes, it's on the chain. It literally is on the chain. So yeah, very bad, very poor, cheesy lines. I don't know. I mean, people don't talk like that. Just they don't.
They might.
Even if they did, they wouldn't talk in that
It
context.
sounds as bad as it does.
He makes
when
it
Will
sound
Smith
like
says
a
it.
parody almost.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey Willie, you live in Beverly Hills. Like, come on. Come on, buddy.
And I think, and then in the first one too, Michael Bay, like he was riffing off of like, or he let them like, just like freestyle or ad lib everything or a lot of their lines or kind of riff off the scenes.
Yeah, the
and
second
what was
one
there.
seems like so.
And then this one, it seems like
scripted.
no, it seems like it seems not as scripted.
Oh really?
Yeah, or
I just
it
seems
does.
like the bickering back and forth, like blah blah blah.
I mean,
blah.
that
It's
seems scripted, but I think like a lot of these scenes where they are talking like bickering back and forth just keep going on and on for like almost every scene that they're in.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, give it like the same like little shtick is like giving Martin Lawrence or Marcus's character shit, and it's like, okay, and he's like not trying to be violent in this movie. He like doesn't, at least he gets some like action in later on in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just doesn't do as much. Like he's not as involved, even though it is his sister and everything.
Oh yeah, Gabriel Union.
Comes in
Marcus's younger sister as Sid.
Yeah, and then she works for the CIA. Or who is she working for?
I think it's a DEA.
DEA. She's trying to find this Blow guy, the dude from Blow.
Yeah, the kid from Blow, and then she's dating
Will
Mike
Smith,
LAW-RIE.
Mike LAW-RIE, yeah.
And they have like this like little connection,
secret little love thing going on
And
between the whole movie.
By the way, like that the way this played out, if in real life, if you caught your partner like hanging out with your little sister, you wouldn't just go through like a bickering thing. It would be like a serious problem. But this, they try and make it funny and cheesy and like, oh no, whatever. I don't know what the fuck. It's some stupid ass dialogue that they have in between the scene where they find out where Marcus finds out that Mike LAW-RIE is with Sid. So it's super corny.
Yeah,
not believable. I don't know. Someone would get shot.
And the other random guy
somebody in real life will get shot.
The other guy, like the witness dude they have, like is there too, like in the background. He's like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, like the witness, the KKK
that guy,
witness.
Yeah, the KKK who they bring back later in the movie. He's actually from, I forget his name. I'm sorry, but he's actually in a lot of movies later. He's not Shannon. He's not Shannon. That guy Shannon, is he? Name a couple of movies that he's in. He's in The Shape of Water. That's the one I know he's for sure in, and he might be in this movie called like Overlord. I forget. I think that's the name of it, or Overkill or something. But he's definitely in Shape of Water, where he plays like the bad FBI agent guy, like holding the water monster guy. But yeah, it's funny.
I'm gonna look it up. I know this guy's name.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies. You'll see him around, like and a lot of movies.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon.
That's him?
In more recent years, yeah. The white guy.
That's him. Yeah, he's good. I like him. I really do like him.
Yeah.
even in this cheesy ass, corny ass movie.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that was him until watching this again recently. Hey, but
you could pretty much point to Mike LAW-RIE's lines in every other scene as "woohoo."
hey.
Seriously, it is so corny and so cheesy that you would imagine that this 2003 movie came out in 1993. I swear to God.
It does feel dated.
It's really bad. Yeah. And then one of the scenes he comes out wearing like a purple goddamn suit with like a pink interior. And then he's like, what? Don't hit the player, hit the game. I mean, I guess people said that.
And this weird like ecstasy thing going on the whole like.
Yeah, by the way, guys, movie. I've been to these ecstasy clubs and this shit does not happen.
What are you talking about? I went to the other one.
No, dude, I swear
I went to the Bad Boys 2 one. No,
dude, this shit, no. People come with their drugs already in their system. They don't go and buy it off some random stranger in some little door.
Well, I think they're going here for this drug.
No.
He's got a whole pile of it ready for him.
Yeah, but look, they're buying it from, in this scene, they're buying it from some random
They're handing
dude.
that out to the crowd. Like, literally.
That doesn't happen in real life.
I think that's why they're at the club.
No, you go to the club fucked up already.
Okay. Nah, that's why they go to this club, because they're handing out drugs to everybody. Like, oh, I'll go to that club. Free drugs, hand out.
I've been to these places.
My OD
I promise you not.
Maybe. I mean, it is a movie.
All right.
And this is pretty.
I guess
this is
like
pretty whack. Not as good as a club song as the last movie.
As the what? And then you got people breakdancing. Yeah, you got people on ecstasy and breakdancing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, actually, that does happen. But and then you got the guy like, oh yeah, let me let this girl feed me some, Molly.
Yeah.
And then let me
so
OD.
is this some kind of modified like ecstasy or like?
No, they're just
like,
weaklings.
No,
they can't take.
That's why they're OD.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they can't take the regular ecstasy. And by the way, in this movie, they call it.
It's not
X.
like a weird, like crazy version of the drug that everybody's. It's not. That's not the reason why they're after it. It's just this ecstasy, and that's why.
And they call. By the way, they call it X in the movie, which in real life, again, no one calls it X. Hey, let me give me that X. No, okay,
I'm sure somebody did.
No, yeah, the guy who wrote the
Mike
script.
LAW-RIE does.
Oh, let's call it X because it's short for ecstasy. Yes, that makes sense. That's hip.
Oh yeah, and the blow guy. Hey, the blow guy is has got like a rat
the guy
problem.
From Blow.
He's got a rat problem, like eating his money and stuff. And it's like, what are you even doing?
Right.
And that's part of the plot of the movie where they bring him in.
Yeah, that's
like,
part of the plot.
How they sneak
Mike
in
LAW-RIE
and then
Marcus go into the house.
Oh yeah,
because of the rats.
what's the name? What's the guy's name?
It's
he's in everything.
Dude. He's a Spanish dude.
He's in the freaking
He's in
John. He's in John Wick.
Hold on, is he in John Wick?
No, that guy, the head gangster of the ecstasy drug, right there.
Oh, the Russian mob.
The Russian
guy?
dude, yeah.
Shit, I don't know.
He's everywhere, but yeah, he's like a big part of this movie, and I like that actor. I wish he was in.
Jordi. What the hell? Moya. Jordi Moya. That's his name. It's a funky name, but he's the bad guy. He's the bad cocaine dude actor in Bad Boys 2. Jordi Moya, who you also will see in Blow as also the antagonist. So very cool.
Oh yeah, the other guy.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure he's in Blow.
I had some weird headcanon where this was the same guy, the same character. That's what happened.
The same character, same universe.
Yeah, where it is like, what is it? Was it in the 70s or something when that took place?
Yeah, that's right. It could actually be.
No, I mean it couldn't be because this is 2003.
Oh wait, doesn't he die?
And I think he dies in Blow. Yeah,
I can't remember.
But I was like, oh, it's just like literally because it is like the same character, right? And it wasn't this. When did Blow come out? I don't know.
I think that was in 2001.
Yeah, so around the same time as Blow. That's why he's in.
Yeah, Blow with Johnny Depp.
I think that's why he got the role in this movie because they're like, hey, you were that drug pin in Blow, right? You go be the drug pin in Bad Boys.
And his response was, woohoo!
Hey.
All right, so we're at the scene now where again there's just constant. Well, you know that the screwed up thing about this movie is that this movie went from like the first one was 85% real story action. And then 15% of them bickering, which added. It was a comedic effect adding on top of the story.
Between the plot points of the movie.
This shit, number 2.
The plot points are between the bickering.
Yeah, exactly. 85% bickering and trying to be cheesy and trying to be funny with quirky lines.
I think it's forced too.
And then 15% story. Again, and the lines are inclusive of "That's my dog, bring the noise," which who talks like that? That doesn't make no one talks like that. Even in 2003, people don't talk like that. And what else did he say? I
don't know. He just have a jiggy with.
He
this
said
song,
straight up.
I
he
believe
says,
the words that are coming out.
Yo, it's
He
LAW-RIE.
recognizes his sister by her just walking by.
Oh yeah, there's a scene where you see Gabriel Union's ass, and Mike LAW-RIE's like, "Hey, is that Sid? That's Sid, right?" And he goes chasing. him there.
Sid's in town.
Yeah, yeah. So, as you can tell, we are not a fan of the.
Yeah, this movie's pretty
overall
terrible.
plot.
And
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I think I pinpointed what the major problem with this movie is. It's way too freaking it's way too freaking long, dude. It's like
Oh yeah, by the
it's
way,
like 2.5 hours long.
if you guys are gonna tune into this on Netflix, grab your ass pillows.
Yeah, dude, the one
Okay?
he just gave Marcus,
Like literally,
Marcus,
yeah,
fucking
2
donut pillows.
hours and 30 minutes for a lot of corny jokes, cheesy one-liners,
Yeah.
and constant bickering
Just
between
forced
Mike
bickering,
LAW-RIE
forced trying to
and
be funny
Marcus
between
Burnett.
each other. Yeah,
Yeah, it's I mean, you really got to be dedicated.
Yeah.
You
And I like Will Smith for the most part, or I did for at some point, you know.
I'd-
And Martin Lawrence,
Dude, Martin Lawrence, I'll always be a
and
fan
Martin
of, no
Lawrence,
matter
I
what.
always liked. I
Yeah.
always loved his stand up from back in the day.
Yeah.
Like he always cracks me up. I wish he did more. Like I don't know, he kind of, and that's why I don't like he kind of gets the short end in the stick in this
Dude,
movie.
Black
'Cause
Knight.
He was Blue Streak. He was he was so cool in the first one, and then he's like not as good in the second one, and then, yeah. Oh yeah, so I think what I think the major, you could probably save this movie and make it a decent movie and not a terrible movie the
If
way
you're
it
like
is.
half drunk and on X.
Yeah, or he just literally cut out half hour to 45 minutes. Like I could literally see like cutting out like huge parts of slow-mo, huge parts of the bickering back and forth.
Yeah, there's a lot of
huge,
bickering. It gets
huge
kind
parts
of old.
of literally
They're
scenes
almost
of
like
like
an old married couple.
yeah, like setup scenes that are just long and then don't go anywhere and don't lead anywhere
Yeah.
later on in the movie.
Yeah.
Like the Henry Rollins character being there for no reason.
Let's
And-
rock and roll.
And like the dude is like goes on about his mansion, like his problems with his mansion and his like rat problem and like his painting with his daughter and like all this random crap. And it doesn't add
is
anything
a
to the
lot
story.
Of random bullshit in
Yeah.
the movie that
And that's why I feel like it's ad libbed, is because I feel like it's just them just like
no, it's
just
not.
running
It's
with
actually
whatever the fuck
poor
they're
scripting.
It's just like yeah, maybe I hope not, because it's just them running off their mouths or whatever, you know, trying to recapture what they did in the first one.
Yeah,
But,
this is like the first. They said, okay, let's take the first one and just reverse it. Let's make it 85% cheesy, trying corny jokes,
Yeah,
and then like a bunch of action scenes with a
they're
bunch of
like
shit blowing up.
they're like that's what people loved the first one. It's
Right.
like yeah, kind of, but that wasn't the whole point of the movie.
Right. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Will Smith, I definitely like him in some other films. Martin Lawrence, I'll always be a fan of. It's just
Yeah,
this
movie
one was trying too hard.
This
man.
movie
It
is
was-
actually shot really with the acting on Will Smith and Martin Lawrence is kind of like but the action and the directing and all the way it's shot, the action scenes are actually kind of like it's like violent. It's kind of hardcore, even though Marcus doesn't want to be violent in this movie, but
Yeah, the
he
scene
eventually
where,
does.
where
but-
they're fighting the Jamaicans and they're just like shooting randomly into innocent.
Yeah,
like,
it feels very
people into
Grand
the-
Theft
into the
Auto,
public. Yeah,
Vice City, like, and that was that same time, like era, like early 2000s. Gives me totally those vibes.
and then
But yeah, I kind and it's weird too, because yeah, like I feel like you could save this movie if it was cut down to like an hour and 45 minutes.
cut it down to an hour.
I would maybe
it's
want to
good.
watch this movie.
Cut it down to a short film.
Yeah.
That's good.
But there's a lot of stuff you can cut out of this
I mean,
movie.
it's just a lot of Will Smith being loud and like, you know, kind of almost like
he's just being
semi-obnoxious.
being full of himself the whole time, and,
And
it's
it's
like that's
like-
fine for your character, but like give him some more
Like,
depth
give
or
him
something.
some substantial.
Yeah. At least, you know,
Don't just be
Marcus
that loud, you know.
he's a family
"Oh,
man
guy."
and has, you know, things to fight for. And it's his
Woohoo!
sister. Hey.
Ah. That's literally what he says in his little videos, in his rap videos.
Ha 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 ha.
Or his quote unquote rap videos. I wouldn't even call them rap videos. I would call them soft pop.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Soft
not joking. I
pop.
swear to God, dude.
Yeah, Hammer Time is
Dude, Hammer Time
is hard rap
crushes, yeah.
compared to him.
Dude, Hammer Time is like explicit hardcore gangster rap compared to some of Will
Yeah.
Smith's songs, such as "Getting Jiggy with It"
Yeah.
or
And his
"Miami."
and his dancing was not. I was not impressed.
Yes, everyone, if you guys YouTube, we were watching some of his videos on the Tube of You earlier, and what was that first one that we watched? Not Getting Jiggy with It. Was it?
Miami?
No, Getting Jiggy with It. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he
Yeah, yeah.
dances. I can't even describe it.
It was really bad.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
I was actually surprised.
mean-
I didn't notice back then when I was a kid, but now that I've
Oh
seen
no!
it again, I was
it's
like,
really
whoa.
bad. I mean, if Oh,
And how bad the rapping was too.
Yes, the rapping was bad. It was corny.
At least the song's catchy.
The chorus is na, 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 na. That's catchy,
So,
right? But
so what is this girl from? What's her name? Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Union. I
Yeah,
believe?
what has she been in? Do you know?
Not a lot, but she is a known actress. You know, everyone knows her. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I believe.
Sorry, I've definitely seen her in something before.
Hold on. I believe, and let me check my facts here, but I believe on recent social media that she has had pictures with her hubby and her 2 kids, and like her one of the pictures received criticism because one of the kids, young man, was had long fingernails and like whatever, and so they were receiving some backlash on that, and they were also receiving some support on that. Yes, that's recent news on
Long
Gabrielle
fingernails is his thing.
Yeah, like long, and I think he may have even had them painted. So they were.
Oh, a kid.
Yeah, like a 13-year-old dude or whatever, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Whatever the hell.
Yeah, they're doing that more now these days. Who cares?
Yeah. Hold on, let me see what else she's in.
Let the kids paint their fingernails.
Let them paint it
I don't
pink.
think you need to talk about it that much.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Ooh.
Bad Boys 2, on the other hand, you do need to talk about it. But yeah, Gabrielle, I sorry, yeah, I know I've seen her before. So
actually, you can even
I'm blanking
even
on
go
on her filmography right now.
You can even go on. I mean, Google finished the search for me. I was typing in Gabrielle Union son, and it trailed off into auto-populating nails. So yes, this,
that sucks.
one of the pictures.
That's what people.
It was a big controversy thing or whatever. That's all I know about her.
That's lame.
That's lame.
Not any of the projects she's working on.
Yeah, I know, not anything substantial.
Her son is painting nails.
Like, hey, you got to
damn, girl, you need to work. You need to get your publicist fired. Where's your movie at? Okay, for your kids.
I know that's like her first hit on Google,
Yeah,
not
that's
like
what
her
comes up.
movies,
Yeah,
not her
yeah.
portfolio. But let me just give her some justice here.
Yeah.
Let me,
I thought she was gonna be in Bad Boys 3, but she's not.
No, they went the Mexican route. And who do they
this
have?
is Cuba,
Vanessa
right?
Hudgens.
No, wait. This is Cuba.
Well,
yeah.
in this one,
this one's Cuban.
They went to Cuba. Yeah, they went to Cuba. And no relation.
Hanging around Miami.
Yes. Okay, and we're at the scene now where Blondie, they're blowing like a horn out of a elephant tusk or some shit. I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just funny.
But yeah, this movie, I don't know. I remember seeing it back then, and it's one of those movies like Swordfish. I don't know why. It's just hard for me to pay attention to what the hell's going on.
Dude, Swordfish is awesome. John Travolta.
No, man. It's one of the, I've seen it a million times, but I still haven't seen it once.
Wolverine when he's skinny. Okay, Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
Bring It On. Bad Boys 2. 10 Things I Hate
Bring
About
It
You.
On. That's what I was thinking.
Deliver Us from
yeah.
something. LA's Finest. The Lion. Something.
LA's Finest, I think. Oh yeah, Bring It On. That's
Being
what,
Mary.
that's
Breaking In. So basically, not a lot. Just a random.
Wasn't it like
bunch
the
of random
sequel?
B movies.
She was in like a sequel one or something.
Nah, she's been in like some stuff or whatever. I mean, nothing
yeah.
notable. Again, it's not that notable if you type in her name and then a picture of her son's nails, pink nails, whatever the fuck it is, comes up on like Twitter or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's no good.
So.
Woohoo! Hey.
All right, guys, we're at the 25-minute mark.
What do you want to rate this thing?
Okay, 25-minute mark. If I was to rate Bad Boys 2, now when I'm rating it sober or drunk,
What?
I guess it doesn't matter. I would probably give it. I don't know. It's really cheesy, man. I'm gonna have to give it like a 5 out of 10. Yeah, a 5 out of 10 rating Bad Boys 2 for me. John Daniels here, by the way, guys, from Cali, Colombia.
Yeah, I would have to go. I was actually thinking the same thing. I was gonna give it a 5. Also, I was gonna give it a 6 just because I do like some of the action.
Don't make me laugh.
And I do like, and I do like the actors and the way it's shot and just and yeah, I feel like if you did cut out a good half hour to 40 minutes of this movie, it would be
like way better,
way more enjoyable to watch, just all around, just from the bits,
not
from
only that,
everything that
and
they were
if
trying to
someone
do,
could convince,
from the shitty plot points
if
to all
someone
these
could convince
like the whatever kind of crap movie this is.
Yeah, someone could convince Mike
It
LAW-RIE's
could be
character
better.
that no one really says, bring the noise or yo, it's Larry, you hot.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck?
This is I feel like
also,
this is Michael
about to do a rip.
Yeah, Michael Bay unhinged or unleashed for sure. Like after Pearl Harbor, like, oh god, that movie's like 3 hours or something too, right? So like, and then I think because it was Armageddon was so good, they're like, yeah, let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah, give him all the corny
Give
lines,
him all the money.
all the lines,
Give him all the money.
all the hip lines. Yeah, let him do it.
And then I feel like Bad Boys 2 didn't like have an editor. Like this is like the ultimate director's cut. There is no other version, or
Yeah.
the director's cut is
He
like
was
4 hours long or
put
some weird
put
thing.
everything in it.
Yeah, they're like, nope, leave it in. Thing with the kid talking about his painting, whatever,
Oh, yeah,
leave it in.
2.5 hours.
Something
that sounds
rats,
good to me.
whatever,
Yeah,
slow mo scenes that don't need to be there, whatever.
yeah, it's
Pointless bickering. That that like a lot of good kills too. Yeah, that was sweet. Dude.
There
I
are
might
some
have to.
cool
I'll give it
action
I'll give it a 5.5 just from watching it again. Like
Don't make me laugh,
literally
Johnny
watching it right
Walker.
now. Like
Dude, are you gonna try to make me laugh?
as an action movie, like
Oh.
there's some cool parts. Like
Yeah. Okay. Well, we are approaching the
5.5. I'll get 5.5.
Okay. Now, if you had to pick Bad Boys over Bad Boys 2, which one would you rate higher? Which one
Oh
is
my
it?
god, Bad Boys 1.
Yeah, without question, right?
is
Same
like
same here.
Totally
same
like
here.
a 7
yeah.
or 8 compared to this movie.
Like
yeah.
there's not even a question. There's not even like a doubt. Like
Don't recall what I gave initially. I'm sure I gave it a 7 or 8.
Oh, at least. I
Yeah.
think at least, yeah.
So I feel like I would have given it
Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't even consider this movie like.
some sweet Grand Theft Auto action here.
I would rather watch an old British comedy than this goddamn movie. It might be fun.
Monty Python, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, swear to
Me
God.
too.
I think that wraps up our review, guys, on Bad Boys 2. Johnny Skywalker, Johnny Walker, any final thoughts before we close this segment out?
Nah. No.
Okay, that speaks for itself, you guys. You guys know how we feel. I'm also speechless that I'm watching this scene with these Jamaican guys being chased down whatever the hell that main highway is in Miami. Dave something, I don't know what. Dave County Boulevard, whatever. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think we're done. We'll let you know what's going on for our Bad Boys 3 Shot of, which is our segment with no spoilers reviewing current movies. So tune in for that. And thanks so much for listening. Woohoo!
Hey.